guys lived in cabins alongside the flume, and anytime there was a water breakage or pipes or logs got stuck, they'd have to climb up there, and they have poles that they would free it. They'd be sometimes a few hundred feet in the air, and they'd be standing on a 2x12 like this, and they have a big long board that they try and free up the breakage or the blockage. None of them got hurt doing that in the whole 32 years. One guy was killed, and they deemed it a murder-suicide, or not a suicide, a murder later. Yeah. So only one person was ever hurt doing that, and they had the most dangerous job on the railroad. Those guys took their jobs very seriously. They took safety seriously.
Wow.
Yeah.
What did they have for safety? You know?
That's 2x12.
Eyeballs.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah, that's it.
Is this the same gauge as like in Europe during World War II?
No, their gauges are kind of all over the map. So Germany did try to standardize an actual standard gauge, which is 55 or 56.5 inches. During World War I, they had a problem because all their trains were different gauges, and the only nation that didn't change was the Soviet Union. And it actually kind of helped them out during World War II because the Germans were able to go, oh, Lithuania, you've got the same size gauge as us, we'll just run our trains right in. Yeah. 1 second.
So you guys might have noticed how quiet the engine has been on this trip. That's because we've been going all downhill and thus only riding our brakes. But we're about to reach the steepest grade uphill on this track coming up. It's about a 9% grade, at which point you're going to hear that throttle be engaged, and then number 10 is going to start screaming. It is a shouting match that I simply can't win, so I won't be talking for a whole lot until that engine quiets down. So enjoy the ride and enjoy the 10 as it sings you a song in the mountains.
What is the braking system on this engine?
So the braking system, we have shoes that will clamp together on the wheels, okay? We also have air brakes and air hoses and a inline brake that it basically, like, you know how in the cartoons they'll like pull a pin and the cars will come attached? Right. If that happens, the brakes will engage, it's an air brake, so the whole train will stop.
So was that manufactured that way, or is that safety feature?
That's something we've added, yeah. The only safety feature this added was the automatic, brake wheel, the handbrake. In which case you could tie it down, and this pulls a chain which basically chokes a big log basically with a steel tooth on it, and it will clog up the brake. And then to this, a lot of people think it's like a persuasion stick. It's actually for leverage. You stick in there so you can hand tight it, then you kick that thing closed, and then you need that to undo it as well. Yeah.
This doesn't have gears like a semi.
It is a one-gear locomotive. Yeah, so like the transmission essentially is just those 3 cylinders on the side there. When we actually go up to the cab, I'll have you guys can probably go up in the cab if you wanted to. It's very hot in there, it's about 130 degrees. But on the other side, you'll see the cylinders. It's 3 side rod cylinders instead of the traditional, like, the ones that they have.
You guys are cool.
Yeah. So that's why our boiler is slightly askew. That maxes at about 14 miles an hour. But like I said, it's 84 tons of torque. There is not a thing that 10 can't do.
That's from the other one.
You're talking about coming down these grades. It's only got 1-gear transmission.
Yeah.
Braking is all mechanical braking. What is it slowing down those 21 cars?
No, it is all in there from the locomotive. Yeah, that's why you'll notice we'll kind of compress. Right here, he's actually stretching out the train, so when he does brake, we don't all like go like that. We might still do it. It depends on the engineer, but Aaron is pretty good about it. On the way, when we start back up, we might have a jolt that'll pull us just because we're going to be all compressed, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah. So the air brakes only engage if the line brakes, or if I flip this is called a monkey tail. If I basically release the air, it'll bring the train to a stop like that. Right. It's very uncomfortable. Very loud too.
Before they put the air system in for safety, when it was built in 1926, it was just the mechanical brakes holding everything back.
Yep, the hand brakes are up there. Yeah, it's very scary. There's some grades they can only go up and not go back down. Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
All right, we have reached our loop here. We're going to be stopping here for about 10 minutes while our engine takes on water. We're going to wait till the engineer gives us the all clear symbol, which is a singular toot from his whistle, which will be like that one right there. So we can get off. You can walk around the loop here. We'll be about, like I said, about 10 minutes. You can check out the creek or the forest. You can also go up to the cab if you wish and take a picture. I'll be calling all aboard in about 10 minutes.